Mother Funny Time with Andie and Angie.
2 cousins, 8 kids, 1 grandkid, 2 states.
And a whole lot of fun. Woo! Welcome back, Mother Funny Tribe. It's the summer series. I don't know. I was trying to make it sound like a movie. It's Andie and Angie.
Movie edition.
Movie edition. Another shorter episode because we know it's summer and you're busy. And yeah, so are we.
Wow. And there's realistic Andie. She's just starting the episode.
You always need one.
Right there.
Just need one.
Everybody's busy. It's exciting. Grab some popcorn. Sit back, relax. And if you don't like popcorn, get yourself mimosa.
Oh.
Margarita.
Okay.
Coffee.
Margarita.
My favorite kombucha. It's the best. Right?
Yeah. I love going to the movies. Now I like it because there's less anxiety involved because you don't have to wait there forever hoping you get a good seat. You pick your seat before. You're like, do I want to sit near the aisle? Do I want to sit in the middle? Where do I want to sit? And then if that theater's full, you just wait for another showtime. It's fantastic.
It's true. That makes it so much better. We do have to say what was Grandpa Vance's favorite thing to say. Maybe not favorite thing, but what did he say about the movies? Grandpa Vance.
No, I don't know.
If you go to the movies, you're going to get the flu.
No, that's accurate. That's Grandpa Vance 100%.
And then when it was COVID and like they shut down movie theaters, I was like, maybe Grandpa Vance had a point.
Maybe.
But during that time, the twins' birthday was in December. And December 2020, that's when you could like rent out an entire like movie theater and watch a movie. And it was like $100. It was so cheap.
Yeah.
It was so awesome. So we did that for their birthday and we watched The Grinch, like the new Grinch that's not scary. And it's the cartoon and fun and sing along one. I guess they're all sing-alongs. But yeah, it was a great idea and super fun.
I
and
love
they loved
that
it.
new one. It's a really good one. The new cartoon one. I agree with you.
But yes, it is so much easier being able to know exactly where you're going to sit. Now you can like order food, you can order drinks depending on what place you're at. Like while you're sitting, you can order it or you can stand in line. It is fun. It's a whole experience.
Fun. I know there's people who would rather watch it at home, and there's sometimes I get that. Like cuz when you get in a theater and you're around people who are a little bit more frustrating. They're loud talkers during the movie. They're just disrupting. And so they're doing whatever they're doing. And then they get you out of the zone. No joke. When I saw Inside Out 2 the second time, I was next to this family and I had compassion for this mom, right? She had she had maybe 3 boys. I think she had 3 boys and her family had to be separated because there weren't enough seats next to each other. And the little boy they sat next to me was not able to sit still. He was just up and down, up and down. And then the boys behind me kept getting up. They were probably 10 and 12. They'd be like, hey, Mom, during as it started, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm going to the bathroom. We're like, okay. And this poor mom, she was trying to wrangle her kids. But I'm like, I'm just going to focus. I feel compassion. But yeah, it can be frustrating.
There was a whole group of girls, Riley's friends. They all saw, it was the girls and the moms and everybody saw that movie, Mean Girls, the musical one. It was so fun. And they all saw it together and we were all there. And I was seated next to a boyfriend and girlfriend. I guess the boyfriend didn't know it was a musical. And every time they would start to sing, he'd be like, again? There were a lot of songs in that movie, and every time he was so surprised. Another song? I mean, he let us all know that he was surprised that how many songs there were. And it was so funny. And you're trying to enjoy it, and we did, and it was a great experience, and the girls had a good time. But I was like, maybe not the movie to bring your boyfriend to, or tell him it's a musical. This is the storyline. You're not going to love it. if you have young kids or just kids in general and you don't make it to the movies, that's okay. Just watch it at home. Like, it's so much easier to just watch it at home. Or don't watch it. I mean, really, I pretty much have gone 14 years without seeing a movie.
But you saw the Mean Girls musical.
I did. It was very fun. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what movie it was, but this is back. Christy and I, my good friend Christy and I went to the movies and we saw this movie together. And it was hilarious. And we're in the movie theater and we are dying. Like, we were laughing so hard. We're cracking up. And some people in the theater were laughing and some people weren't. And we're like, why are they not laughing? Like, is this only funny to us? You know, and it was so funny. It was one of those movies you could only see. Like, I've watched it since, but it's that first experience, right? Where you don't know how it ends. And you're like, how is this going to end?
And the jokes are all fresh and all of
yes,
that.
and you just don't know. And it was so funny that we were like rolling, thought it was hilarious. And everyone around us was like, all right.
Yeah, I know. You know what? The audience makes such a big difference because I've been in movies where the audience is totally into it and it's like a community feeling and it's just so much better. It's like everybody in the audience is like hyped and laughing and excited. And I think we saw like one of the Avengers movies we saw and everybody was super into it. And then you go to some where you're like the only one laughing and you're like, why am I the only one here with a sense of humor? Like, what's happening? Is this movie, isn't it funny? It's funny, right? So
Top Gun Maverick, amazing to see in the theater. Like, remember how it was supposed to get released in 2020 and then they weren't going to release it in theaters because of COVID. And then Tom Cruise was like, no, I'm not releasing it until people can see it in the movies. And when you did see it, like by the end, everyone's like clapping and cheering. It's like this whole movie theater is in it together. Like, that was a fun they to see.
Yeah, that was such a unifying movie. I feel like everybody enjoyed that. Like they did such a good job paying homage to like the original Top Gun, and you saw all except for his girlfriend, which is a whole other episode. But the movie is so good and just great movie. That's all I have to say. That's my
I heard they're talking about making a third one and I'm like, can you? Like, he waited so many years to make the perfect sequel to Top Gun. Like, Top Gun, you couldn't beat it. And then somehow he made Top Gun Maverick, and it was that incredible. And I'm like, so shortly after Top Gun 2, could you do a third? I mean, the expectations are so high. I mean, it's Tom Cruise. He can do it. He can do anything. Like, he jumps off buildings.
It's funny that you said, because if you watch... he appears like right before the movie starts. He's sitting there and he's telling everyone like, thank you so much for watching this movie. If you see the Tom Cruise who's like introducing the movie, like thanking everyone for being back and watching it, he looks so much older than the Tom Cruise in the movie. Like, he aged. You could see between when they were filming and when they finally released it. I was like, whoa, like, what's the difference? Why does he look so different here? And even his voice sounded a little different. And then you look at him on the movie, you're like, oh, that's right. There was several years in between. Fun fact, it's something I noticed.
I mean, that's great. But really, if you want to talk about people aging well, Tom Cruise is doing pretty good.
Yeah, this is not to say he looked old. He looked older. Though he is good, you know. Some of his latest Mission Impossibles, I remember I was watching and I'm like, what's wrong with his chest? And so my friend was like, he's old, Andrea. And I'm like, oh, that's right. Because he was like hanging off a building and his chest looked like different. I don't know what it was. I'm like, oh, she's like, that's an older man's chest. I'm all, oh, that's right. He's aged well.
Well, you know that Indiana Jones, like the last one, the one that they just did, like last year, I was like,
yes.
Look at him running. I mean, I know I'm switching actors, but like Harrison Ford is running.
Yes.
He runs throughout the whole movie. Have you seen that? He just keeps running.
Did you see it?
It's amazing. Yes, we did.
You saw it.
Okay, So I did not see movies for years. And then Riley turned like 13 and a half, 14.
Yes.
And then it was like, okay, all the kids could be like, if Cole's asleep in the crib and the kids are like at night, we can get see a night movie because Cole's asleep. The other kids are watching a movie and Riley's in charge. Because he's a babysitter. Like we're paying her to babysit. That's fair. You know, like she's 14, 13 and a half, that's 14. Great. And so I started seeing a few more. And that was, I mean,
grown up movies.
It's like 11 o'clock at night and I'm at the theater. So I'm like drinking coffee beforehand because I'm tired.
You're all, what's this movie? Twilight? What's...
Okay, I've never
seen... Is there more than one of these?
I've never seen a Twilight.
That was a young child era.
I still haven't seen the Jurassic Parks, which I know is not new.
Come on, Cole.
No, I mean,
Cole's ready.
Like, even from back when I was a teenager, I never saw any of those. Like, there's a lot of movies I just haven't seen. I'm not.
Well, they're scary.
Movies.
It's classic, but it's scary. It still gives me anxiety to watch Jurassic Park.
Even the first one?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't know. I've only seen some of the Mission Impossibles. Like, I saw the Mission Impossibles pre me having kids, and I guess there's been a lot more.
Well, if you look now and he's hanging off a building, be like, I know what's going on with his chest right now.
All I can say is when I'm Harrison Ford's age, I hope I can run like that.
Yes.
He's running. Maybe
so there's
maybe not like that, but I hope I can.
Is it a stunt double?
No, it can't be. You think it is?
I don't know. He can probably run. I mean, look at Sylvester Stallone. He was still like he fought like he was like fighting at like 70 in his last movie. And Arnold's still strong.
He was the governor at one point.
He was.
Hey, you want to talk about a good fun fact? When I graduated from college, Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor. So on my certificate, because I graduated from a Cal State school, the governor always, signs the your diploma, and it's Schwarzenegger's signature.
That is very cool.
Or a copy of it, but it's still there. Like
it's him. He personally was like, "Give me this paper."
Look at this,
Angie.
Yes, right here.
Right here. That's amazing. That's really cool.
So it's the summer, you guys, and everybody's watching movies. Some of us aren't, but most people
I want to talk about old people in movies who should have stunt doubles. And one is Robert De Niro.
What is he in where he needs a stunt double?
He did. He was in this. I don't even remember what it was. I think it was a Netflix movie. And he's playing like a younger version of himself, but instead of getting a different actor, they just kind of CGI changed his hair. And in the movie, does he play like a mafia guy? I think it's The Irishman. Anyway, he plays this like mafia guy, and he's supposed to be beating up another guy. And he's like stiffly, it's the most awkward scene. You're like, you're going to break your hip. Stop it. He's playing like a 30-something-year-old, like, fighting this guy. I'm like, why didn't they get another actor? It's very awkward.
I haven't seen it. I wouldn't know.
Surprising.
I like to watch comedies if I'm going to watch a movie or one that's not too intense. I don't want to watch anything that's too intense.
You know what we both like that we've watched on Netflix recently? Let's tell everyone. It's not a movie. It's a documentary.
Well,
it's a docuseries.
Yes.
It's not a documentary. The Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders show.
I think they even changed it to like Sweethearts of America. Like they did change the name. It used to be the making of Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders or the making of the DCC. It used to be that. I mean, I have started watching that 18 years ago, and that was on like a country TV station. But now it's on Netflix, and it is so good. And you guys,
it was really good.
You don't have to like football to like the show. You don't have to know anything about being a cheerleader to like the show. Like, it's just a fun show to watch.
It's a good show. It's a really good show. And I have to go soon. It's a really good show to watch. I'm out.
She's like, I need to go watch that show right now. We start talking about it.
You
brought up this topic.
I know. I'm like, I'm done. It was funny. I was getting my nails done today, and I was next to a lady, and she was like, I'm going to still pay for everything, but I'm done. I'm out. I'm out of here. It's not you guys. You're doing great. I'm just antsy. I just want out. I just want to be done. And she kept saying that. They're like, no, we won't charge you. She's like, no, I'm paying. I'm just done. And I'm like,
she leave?
No. She left. She paid. She was very kind. She's like, I like you guys a lot. I think you're great. I just don't want to sit here anymore. I was like, okay.
I mean, how close to the end was she?
I don't know.
Like, she just left.
She literally stopped. She was sitting next to me. She stopped the lady, was like, you know what? I'm going to pay for everything, but I don't want to do this anymore. I was like, what happened? Who knows? Maybe she had tummy issues.
Maybe she had anxiety. Maybe she needed to go see Inside Out too.
Maybe she did.
Maybe she was late for a movie and she needed to go to the movie.
Maybe she was late for a movie. Maybe she was late for Inside Out too. And maybe she's ready to get back and watch another Dallas Cowboys cheerleading, America's Sweethearts. Because it was really good. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. And the last episode, I'm like, Chris, you have to watch some of this. Like, these girls are genuinely kind. There's no cattiness. If there was going to be like cattiness and like, there's definitely body shaming, but like, there's no cattiness going on. There's just like respect and love. And talent, like what these girls go through, is incredible. But anyway.
Well, and I talk to my girls about that too, like, because they always say, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. And it's like, look at how respectful they are being to the coaches, how they do not have drama. The girls do not have drama amongst each other. They really want everyone to do well. They want everyone to make the team, even though everyone can't make the team. And like, when the girls get cut, like, the coaches who are cutting them are sad. And like, the other girls are so sad, and they all hug and they cry together, and they hold on to each other. And even like that one girl, the one like employee of the DCC, she's like, I'm like the mama bear. And like, when they come back, like, she hugs them and she talks to them, and she's like, I don't ever want a girl to like walk out by herself. So like, she walks with them.
Yes, the
like,
one who walks them out.
Yes, this has been going on for years, and now the Netflix world knows, because unless you watch the country station,
it was really good. Yeah. The old country station.
But sometimes, like, when my girls will mention like so and so is being bratty, or they're saying that, I'm like, that girl could not make the DCC. Like, I've tried to use it in a way of like, hey, all girls on cheer aren't bratty, or all girls like in dance aren't full of themselves. Like, look, they want a specific type of girl, and that specific girl is respectful and kind and loving and caring. And so even in just like whatever grade or age or even sport it is, you can kind of learn a life lesson from the DCC.
My husband's biggest takeaway was when I told him that they don't make very much money. And so a lot of them have full-time jobs. And he was outraged. When I told him all that they went through, and like, he's like, why? And I was like blowing it off because I was so in the show. But he was like, no, that's ridiculous. They're making plenty of money. And I'm like, well, all these girls really want to be here. And he was very upset. So
that's actually a really good point, because they all have jobs, or most of them have jobs, or their
there
families.
Was that girl who's a nurse. Yeah, they make, I looked it up, like $22,000 a year.
Really?
And it's like a body breaking like job that takes over most of your life, and they get paid less than like a substitute teacher.
Well, we need to change that.
Come on. What are the football players making? They're America's sweethearts.
Come on. And let's face it.
Pay the girls.
DCC, they're the best cheerleading team of all the NFL. And let's be honest, people, the Cowboys have not been good for years.
And look how they're still
like, that's a good point. Why are like the football players when was the last time they were in a Super Bowl? Let alone when did the last time they won a Super Bowl? Like, and then these girls who are the best of the best get paid $22,000 a year. Like, I kind of agree with Chris's point. I do.
Yeah.
We need some equality here. For sure.
I mean, even like, let's just bump it. Even if you double it, it's not enough to live off of.
No.
Like,
they should get paid. Yeah. I mean, okay. How amazing was the halftime show when Dolly Parton
wore
the outfit and sang. I mean, okay, so when that was going down, like we were all watching the football game, and then all of a sudden Dolly Parton like shows up in that outfit, and I was like, nobody talk to me. And I literally got close to the TV and I just sat there. I'm like, you guys, this is a moment. Oh, I had a whole moment, and they were like, what? I'm like, no, this is huge. Like Dolly Parton is singing.
Talk about
and
aging
she is in
a little
her Dallas Cowboy Cheerleader outfit. Like I made sure everybody was quiet, and we had to honor Dolly Parton because that was incredible. I knew it was a moment in time, 100%. Like you cannot get that back. Best halftime show of all time. That was amazing.
I think this is a great way to end our podcast today. Is just we would like this episode to be in honor of Dolly Parton.
Let's dedicate it to her.
We dedicate Dolly. If you're out there, of course you're listening.
For sure.
We know you're listening. This episode is for you.
You are an inspiration to all
you're
women.
Working 9 to 5.
Yes, with her nails. You know, that's how she like came up with that beat. It was her nails.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Have you seen her
Thank
in
you for
interviews?
that.
She's amazing and so fun to watch in interviews.
I've watched some things.
And I just like that she owns it. Like people would be like, why do you dress like that? She'll be like, because I like it. Like, good for you.
She's sassy. I did
like
watch
it.
a Hallmark. It was a Christmas movie. It was like Dolly's Coat of Many Colors or something. It's like she has a whole Christmas special talking about her time growing up and miracles that happened. And this little girl plays her, this old Dolly, this poor Dolly living in a shack with her family and real things that happened.
Talk about the American dream. That was her past, and then all of a sudden she's in her 70s in a Dallas Cowboys uniform singing at the halftime show.
In an outfit, not like I'm watching the Dallas Cowboys and I'm seeing like how the very specific body type that has to fit in that, and I'm eating cookies on the couch being like, all right, girl. You go, girl.
In those shorts.
I will never. Yeah. Not a stretch mark to be seen. Not a cellulite anywhere. Anyway,
you guys,
we gotta go.
Like us. You don't need to like us as much as you like Dolly because she's just an icon.
Listen for Dolly. Do it for Dolly. Share us for Dolly. She would want you to share us.
Tell a friend. Tell a friend who likes Dolly Parton. Tell them to listen to this because we honor Dolly and we love her so much with our whole heart. Our whole Texas Dallas Cowboy Cheerleader heart.
In Angie's heart is Santa Claus, Betsy Ross, and Dolly Parton. Betsy Ross, Santa Claus, and Dolly Parton.
No, I just want them to say, yes, Betsy Ross created the flag. Like, why are they taking that from her? It's ridiculous. It's men.
It's whoever pays the Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders. They've taken away Betsy Ross's right to the American flag.
Yes. We need equality for the DCC.
Equality for Betsy Ross. Equality. Dolly Parton could do it. She could make it happen. Get Dolly involved.
I need to. Hashtag Dolly Parton. Hashtag icon. Hashtag our hero.
Hashtag pay the cheerleaders more. Hashtag Jolene is such a great song.
Oh, the Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
Jolene.
Oh, you don't like the Miley Cyrus Jolene?
No, it was Beyonce who did it. Miley Cyrus, but she is Dolly Parton's goddaughter.
She also did a cover of Jolene. I haven't heard Beyonce's Jolene. I do like Beyonce's Texas Hold'em.
Not going to be controversial right now.
They don't hold. You don't like Beyonce's Texas Hold'em?
I grew up on 80s and 90s country music. Where Garth Brooks will forever reign.
And then
it's Beyonce.
Beyonce and Miley do a duet.
Heart. My achy, breaky heart.
Okay, then you would like Two Most Wanted with Beyonce and Miley Cyrus. Their voices are lovely together.
Stay in your lane, Beyonce. Stay in your lane.
I like it. I wasn't raised on old country, though.
I mean, actually, I was raised on like even older than that. Like in 1814, we took the little trip along the Mississippi. Like I was raised in like old
1776 history.
Yes.
Johnny Cash country, 1950s country.
Boy Named Sue. I mean, I was raised Waterloo, like the old stuff, not Johnny Cash.
I bet
that was like secular music.
Oh, but he's a Christian. He became a Christian.
I'm
believer.
not saying he wasn't. I'm just saying I wasn't raised. It was like
so how
country.
is a boy named Sue not secular?
No, it was either like
I'm confused.
country, which apparently is okay, or Michael W. Smith, Amy Grant. Like, I mean, the Thunder.
But not Johnny Cash country.
No, I wasn't raised on that. I don't know why. It just was not played on the boat in Buena Vista.
So Johnny Cash country was not okay.
I don't think so.
Boy Named Sue. Okay, well, you need to talk to your parents because this needs to be understood.
I mean, the Averys listened to Johnny Cash.
But he was like that era.
I've seen the movie with like Reese Witherspoon. I know some of his songs now. I'm just saying.
Okay.
No.
But you don't like Beyonce's country album.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. I just said.
But your face is kind of showing that.
That's right. Watch us on YouTube.
You said something about you only like Dolly's Jolene and maybe Miley Cyrus's, but not Beyonce's.
I'm just not going to comment.
Don't share this with Beyonce.
I just think.
I like Texas Hold'em.
You be you.
This ain't Texas.
It's just not Garth Brooks.
That's true.
It's not Dolly Parton. It's not. Not Martina McBride.
Sure.
Not Trisha Yearwood. Like,
how did you feel about Hootie and the Blowfish, about Darius Rucker? How did you feel about that?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
How can you know country and not know Darius Rucker?
Sing the song. What song?
Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Hootie and the Blowfish. You know Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yes.
Hootie from Hootie and the Blowfish is Darius Rucker. He went into country. Look him up. I can't do all the research for you.
I can't comment. I don't know what's happening.
I'm upset. It's time to go. I'm going to go talk to Beyonce.
Deal.
Me and Beyonce are going to sing together. All right, everyone. Like us, share us. Watch us on YouTube at Mother Funny Podcast. You can
or
see
at
Angie's
Mother
face.
Funny.
What did I say?
No, both. Like at Mother
Oh, I
Funny.
did.
Yeah,
Okay.
like both. Bye.
Bye. All right, that's all we have time for today. We got to wrap it up, unfortunately. But just remember, you might think you're doing just okay, but we think you're doing really great.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. We hope you have a great Mother Funny day. Please like and share our podcast.
But please don't tell our mom.